Well, I don't feel like doing the whole YouTube setup right now because I have had a horrible day today. Well, it's been, it's not horrible like last 7 or 8 days, but today definitely took the cake. Felt very suicidal today. And I did take some pills, but I feel like the pill thing just doesn't work as a method of means, or however that phrase go. So I'm yet alive. Yet alive, and I feel empty. So empty. I feel like I have no fight. And to the beginning of that, I guess confession or just like truth thing, try to do all this without like tearing up and stuff. So I'm gonna say about maybe, I don't know, I was pregnant basically. Missed my cycle, and then, I told my child's father, of course it's gonna be the same man, but I told my child's father, and then, he made it seem like he was gonna be okay with it. And then, I think it was what, I think it might have been, it was either Father's Day or it was like last Tuesday. And he just was like, you know what, I don't think it's a good idea that we keep the baby. And so that Tuesday I took a pregnancy test and it basically was positive. Um, and so when I saw the lines, I was like, and this man just told me he don't think we should keep it. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm going to have to either get an abortion, which I'm against for myself because I don't believe in doing things to my body unnaturally, to justify a means. So I just was praying in the shower and I just looked up because we had like a sky thing, and I was like, God, ancestors, universe, I need a miracle. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need a miracle. And I was like, it wouldn't be so bad if, I had a miscarriage naturally. And what do you know? A couple days later, it was a Thursday, I had a miscarriage. And if anyone out there knows how a miscarriage works, you see some material that's not like, a normal cycle, and then you end up having your cycle. So I've been bleeding for like 8 days now, whatever. Nobody knows, not even my child's father. So I've been dealing with that, and that last Thursday we had like an argument and everything. So I mean, maybe it was the manifestation, or it was, the universe and God saying like, yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. So we're gonna grant you this out of free. What is it? Hey, Lucky. This out of jail card, or whatever. I forgot how you say it. Can't think right now because, again, I had tried to commit suicide today. So, blah. And yes, look at Lucky. My cats, they always know. And so I'm just like, I'm dealing with this now. This guy, this man who's the father of my child, has not even checked up on me or nothing. He doesn't even know that I'm having a miscarriage. So, but anyway, we had basically an argument, and he does this thing where he's saying like, I don't want to fight, and it's like, why every time I bring up something that I don't like that you do, it's considered a fight? It's not considered, a conversation or a debate. It's always, I don't want to fight, I don't want to argue. So every time you do something to me, you provoke me, you do something that I don't like. And mind you, I'm not a nagger, I'm not a complainer. I let things, well, I let things build up because I'm like, okay, maybe what you're doing to me is like a fluke or something. Maybe you didn't mean to, say those things or do those things to me. And so I don't say anything until it becomes a pattern to where I'm like, oh, you know what, I have to say something because I can see that you're walking all over me, you're abusing me, you're taking me for granted. Like that's how I work. I don't just, hey, I don't like that you stepped on my shoe. Like if you step on my shoe maybe, 2 times in a day, I'm like, tomorrow if they step on my shoe, I'm gonna have to say something. That's how I work. So, in a relationship I do that as well. But then as soon as I say something, it's like, oh, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight with you. And I'm like, I guess today where people would say he's gaslighting me and all that stuff. And I'm just like, there's no talking. And I feel like in a relationship, there's going to be fighting because you're fighting with passion and you're fighting to have the other person understand you. But if he doesn't even want to look at it that way, then damn, like I can't say anything. I'm just supposed to just let you do whatever you want. And then, so I'm dealing with that. And, of course I said some things because I'm just fed up. I'm so fed up with this guy. I'm fed up with like trying to be in a relationship and then trying to co-parent, and then I'm just like, you know what, there needs to be consequences for you, but I don't know how, because the consequences would be for him not to see me. And then it's like, okay, me and you aren't together, and then you have to come see me regardless because that's, how it is because my daughter lives with me. And so I'm just like, what do I do? Like, how do you co-parent with someone? And what triggered me was he was supposed to hang out with me and Laura last week. Wednesday, like our schedule is like he comes over one week and then Allura or me, like we both meet in Allura, or just Allura goes over to his house the following week. That sounds like a good plan. But when I'm not like giving my body to him, then all of a sudden the week that he's supposed to come over, he suddenly has stuff to do. And I feel like that's punishing our kid because you're now saying like, well, because I'm not gonna get sex from you or I'm not gonna be able to like be all up on you, that I don't need to come over. Like just because I don't want to be touchy-feely or I'm not interested in laying with you doesn't mean that you can't come over and spend time with your child. My house is pretty big, so there's 3 floors. Like you can hang out wherever and I can hang out wherever. You don't have to like actually interact with me like constantly, you know what I mean? You can just spend time with your kid because I don't want to be away from my daughter. She's only 6 months. I don't want to be away from her. I still breastfeed. Yes, I formula feed and breastfeed, but majority formula feed. But I like to breastfeed in the early mornings because it's a bonding moment. She still get nutrients from me, and it's easy access. Like it's the morning time. Her bed is right next to me. So I feel like I shouldn't even have to explain why I don't want my daughter away from me, but that's one of the reasons. And I'm just like, I said no. I said no to him taking her on the week that he would take her because again, me and him are definitely on the outs. So I'm not coming over to your house and I don't want to be without my daughter. And I kept feeling like, damn, I don't want to make it seem like I'm keeping him away from her. But he did that last week though. He punished her by not coming over because me and him weren't cool. So I'm like, I could be petty and be like, you know what? She's not going with you because she's not going to be around me and I'm her mother. So long story short, he came over today and it was just all bad. He took her from me. He took her from me. Even though I said I didn't want her to go.